Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I am back with another video. Today we're going to be going over my thoughts and opinions on the new Walking with Dinosaurs course official trailer for 2025. This has been sort of a documentary I was looking forward to a whole lot. Because, well, it's Walking with Dinosaurs, and I watched the original Walking with Dinosaurs. Not the one with the Pachyrhinosaurs, not that one. That one, I don't even classify that one as a Walking with Dinosaurs movie. Even though it has the same title, it does not kind of follow the same story. It just follows a different story altogether. But this is a Walking with Dinosaurs that I was looking forward to. So we kind of start off our trailer with some paleontologists getting ready to dig up some dinosaur fossils. And we even get some text that says, timing clues pieces together. 6 epic stories. And we kind of see what I'm assuming is some Quetzalcoatlus. And we see another scene where we see some herbivores. Although I can't quite make out what these guys are. They could be rather a new species to me or an old species, and I just don't recognize them. At this point, they could be a new species. I don't know. I don't really know what exactly they are. It's hard to tell. We get another scene where we see over 66 million years later. And we see some bones with a sauropod walking from the distance. I don't really know what that sauropod is. It could be an old species that I just don't recognize from this angle. Or it could be a new species, because there are some dinosaurs that even I don't know about. I know some of them because of the Jurassic movies and series and stuff like that, and past documentaries, but there are still some dinosaurs that are new to me. Then we get an interesting scene where we see a Spinosaurus and its baby, which I think this is the first time we're seeing a baby Spinosaurus in a in some form of a documentary. I don't think we've ever seen a Spinosaurus baby in a series or some form of a documentary. Dinosaur King doesn't, I guess Dinosaur King does kind of count, but still, it's still really cool to see a baby Spinosaurus, like on top of its mother's head. And this is one of the new species that's going to be featured in the Walking with Dinosaurs series. Because in the OG Walking with Dinosaurs, there was no Spinosaurus. So, then we see a baby Triceratops, which oddly looks nearly identical to the Triceratops baby from Prehistoric Planet. Then we see definitely a new dinosaur that I recently heard, and this new dinosaur is Albertosaurus. And we see it kind of squaring up against something. I don't really know what it is. Could be a chasmosaur, but I really don't know because I can't tell what it is. Then we see a ankylosaur. Then we see some Pachyrhinosaurs, which are another new species added for the Walking with Dinosaurs series. because these guys also did not appear in the original story, in the original Walking with Dinosaurs, but they did appear in that god-awful one that I mentioned not too long ago. Then we see a sauropod. I don't recognize this one, so I can't tell which one this is. Then we see some environment changes, like forests, and we see some storms. And then we see a Quetzalcoatlus hovering over a herd of Pachyrhinosaurs, because I do not see any horns. This scene is very similar to the god-awful Walking with Dinosaur horse that I mentioned. And we see more Pachyrhinosaurs. God, they're showing a lot more Pachyrhinosaurs in this trailer. And we see some more Pachyrhinosaurs. More like Walking with Pachyrhinosaurus. And even more Pachyrhinosaurs. And then we see some Ankylosaurs like butting heads. We see a baby Triceratops playing with its mother. Then we see some more sauropods. I do not recognize the species, so I can't tell what it is. Then we see a Albertosaurus catching a Quetzalcoatlus, which this scene kind of reminds me of the Walking with Dinosaurs, the god-awful one where the Gorgosaurus was managed to catch a Quetzalcoatlus and bring it down for its family to feed. Then we see some sauropods fighting each other. Then we see another interesting scene, which this is two Spinosaurs circling around each other preparing to fight, whether for territory or for mate or food, I don't know. Sorry about that, my cat just wanted my attention. Anyways, then we see some claws with another carnivore, which I don't recognize the carnivore, but we can see that there are some sauropod legs on the ground. Then we see what I'm guessing is a Utah raptor. And it's scoring up against a Portensis, I think. Then we see a baby Triceratops with a Quetzalcoatlus. Apparently the Quetzalcoatlus is trying to kill the baby Triceratops. Then we see the Pachyrhinosaurs again. This time they're huddled around and they're looking into the forest because of the storm. Then we see what I'm guessing is a Mosasaurus getting attacked by a Albertosaurus, I think. Then we see a forest fire scene with some Utah raptors probably trying to get out of the fire, along with a Sauropelta and two other sauropods. Two sauropods just grazing at sunset. And again, I do not recognize these guys, so as a result, I cannot tell you what species they are. Then we see a Spinosaurus with 4 little babies following right behind it, which I will admit, it's cute. Then we see the mother Spinosaurus and her babies huddled together and just sleeping. Then we see possibly 2 Albertosaurs possibly like in a courtship dance or something. And we see the same, not the same thing. We see a mother Pachyrhinosaurus with her babies, and we see two Brachiosaurs, finally a sauropod species that I recognize. And I'm believing that they are in a courtship dance as well. Then we see some Emontosaurs, I'm guessing, possibly migrating. Then we see a close-up shot of an eye. Then we see a Utahraptor in battle with a Sauropelta. Then we see two Spinosaurs fighting for a fish. And we see a Triceratops battling something, probably another Triceratops or possibly T-Rex. We see a Spinosaurus fishing underwater. Then we see what is definitely a T-Rex killing a Quetzalcoatlus. Wow, Quetzalcoatlus in this series is not having the best of luck. And then we get the title card, Walking with Dinosaurs. I am so excited to see this, and I wonder if it's going to take the exact same direction as the first that the OG Walking with Dinosaurs had, or it's going to go in its own direction. For what it looks like it's taking its own direction. So, yeah. So, that's it for my thoughts and opinions on the Walking with Dinosaurs 2025 official trailer. So, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this? And are you guys excited for the new Walking with Dinosaurs? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and I hope you guys have a great day.